just an I love you. That's enough. Back to this side of the room.
For Burt Word and for you, I wanted to know, what was it like just being on the show? What was your favorite part? And what did you miss when the show ended?
All right. Well, what was our favorite thing to do on the show, and what we missed when we ended the show? Is that what your question?
I was dancing with you when I stepped on your toes, and I was Miss Schmutzer. That's not Miss Schlutz, Miss Klutz. Yes, and I looked like a school teacher, I mean, you know, old-fashioned one, and I came into the manor, and I did wicked things.
That was with Batman.
No, I danced with you. You're the short one. Don't you remember?
Not particularly. However, we all had a lot of fun on the show. It was a lot of fun to make. It was a dangerous show. So, Julie was being the villainess, was always, inflicting pain on Batman.
I just wanted to marry him.
Right. But it was a lot of fun to make. It was a very dangerous show. They don't have, I think today's productions are much more careful than they were at the time we made Batman, because it was very challenging with the gas, the explosions, the 2x4s landing on your head when things went wrong. So it was a challenge, but it was a lot of fun at the same time.
Do you have scars?
Not really, just memories.
Burt, did you say in the first 2 days you were in the hospital how many times?
No, in the first episode, which was 6 days, I had never been in an emergency hospital. I was in 4 of the first 6 days. Dangerous things that...
What did they do to you?
Well, on the very first shot of the very first day, that was coming out of the Batcave in the Batmobile, I got into the Batmobile. It was about 7:30 in the morning, and I looked over and expecting to see Adam, and it wasn't Adam. There was another gentleman dressed in a Batman costume, and I asked him, well, who are you? And he said, my name is Hubie Kearns, and I'm Adam West's stuntman. I said, oh, great. Well, why are you here? He said, because we have to come out of the Batcave at 55 miles an hour and make a sharp turn in front of the camera, and it's a dangerous shot, and that's why they hired me. I said, okay. I said, well, just out of curiosity, you think maybe I have a stuntman? And he says, oh, yeah, you do. Oh, great. I said, where is he? Oh, he's over there having coffee with Adam West. I said, I think there's a mistake. Whoa. I called the second unit director over and I said, I think there's a mistake here. He said, what's the matter, Burt? I said, well, you've got this stuntman here. He's driving the Batmobile. He's telling me it's a dangerous shot. He's got to come out at 55 miles an hour and make a sharp left turn. And my stuntman's over there drinking coffee with Adam West. Why am I in here? Why am I riding in the car? He says, well, the problem is your stuntman doesn't look like you. I said, well, why would you hire somebody to be my stuntman if he doesn't look like you? We couldn't find anybody. So they had a policy on Batman, whenever there was anything really dangerous, always use Burt.
Did you fall out of the car?
I almost did. What happened is the car came out at 55 miles an hour, made a sharp left turn. The stuntman did everything he's supposed to do, but my door flew open. And when my door flew open, the centrifugal force started to throw me out the car, and I kind of reached back, and I was lucky to catch my pinky finger around the gear shift knob, and I held on, but it took my finger out of joint, which was very painful, and it knocked the camera crew, the lights down, the camera was knocked over. It took like almost an hour to set up the shot again, and I said, look, my hand is all swollen, my finger is really painful. Can you, thank you, very sweet. I said, maybe I better see somebody about this. They said, oh, Burt, definitely, we got to get you to the emergency hospital. I said, okay. They said, just as soon as we get the shot. Well, what does that mean? Well, we're going to have to keep shooting this till we get it right. So that was at 7:30 in the morning, and it was a little after 12 noon that I got driven over to the emergency hospital. And that was day one. And then day two, there was something else. Day three, there was something else. And every one of these, well, let me give you another example.
Don't ask Burt any more questions.
Any of you remember the Riddler show, which was our first episode with Frank Gorshin? Well, there was a scene where the Riddler had, he had drugged Batman out in this discotheque, the Whiskey A Go-Go, and I was out in the Batmobile, and I got shot with a dart. And then they captured me, and they were going to make this death mask of my face so that Jill St. John, as Molly, could look like Robin and fool Batman. A little complicated, but when they were doing this, the Batman was supposed to break into the subway where I was being held and, rescue me. So what it called for was a small charge, a magnesium charge. It makes an explosion, but it's a small one, and a breakaway set, which is made out of balsa wood, so that when things blow, it shoots everything around, and it looks like a major explosion, but it's relatively safe. Unfortunately, when we went to shoot the scene, the people that built the set forgot to make a breakaway set. We had no breakaway. It was a real set. It was 2x4s. It was everything that normally you would build a building with. And there was no time and no money to reshoot it after they rebuilt it.
You think they wanted to get rid of you?
So what happened is that the special effects guys used 2 half sticks of dynamite and nearly blew the soundstage down. And because I was tied to a table and couldn't move, when the 2x4s were landing, one of them landed on my nose and broke my nose. But you know what the interesting thing is? I had a kind of a psychic sense ahead of time that something was going to go wrong. And what caused me to feel that is that while I was tied down just before they did the explosion and the special effects guys were walking past me, and this was at 8 in the morning, I smelled liquor on their breath. That's always a bad sign.
Anybody else want to be an actor?
Yeah, I'm kidding. Let's go to this side of the room, sir.